Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bharggavirawal and I am going to show you how to draw a transparent dress. Now, as a fashion designer, I know you all have been using the staedtler colors and you all pay almost 1400 1500 for a pack of 40 something, right? But the reason these pencils are expensive because they are water soluble. Now, I'll teach you how to use it in a water soluble way. That's the best thing about staedtler colors. It's not only that when you use it regularly they give good color. The application is very simple, but to use it as a water soluble thing is very important. Now I started first with the pencil sketch. I did my figure. I am giving the garment and now rubbing all the unwanted lines. So my basic design is complete. Now the pen what I'm using here is a art line pen. Now the reason I use this art line pen is because this pen is water resistant. Since I'm going to use this with this sketch, I'm making it with staedtler color and in a water soluble way. I cannot afford to use a regular pen. Because if it's a regular pen, if it's a regular micro tip pen, the black color would bleed. So it's very important that you use the right pen. So art liner are specifically the pen which are meant to be used for your art project, because they're not water soluble, they're water resistant. So even if you're using with watercolors, you're using with poster color, this is a perfect pen to use. Now personally, because it's a fashion illustration, I like to outline it with black pen, because it makes my sketch look more clean and it's easier to sketch. It looks more glamorous, so I love making the outline. Okay, so my garment is established. What I'm giving her is a nice crop top with a puff sleeves or a bubble sleeves. Okay, now I'll start with my skin. Now this is the way, before I start, I'm going to just try out with water. Now there are two color shades what I have for skin. So I'm using both the colors and I'm seeing how they are blending with water. So starting first with the lightest tone. Now again, understand the method. When you're using a regular, when you're using the staedtler color without water, you tend to color more. And that means you can color the whole body, it's fine, and you can give layers and layers of color. That's what the right method is. But if you're using it with water as a water soluble method, please don't color completely. It has to be very scarcely scattered all over. So don't color the whole thing because it's going to blend. So this is the right method of doing it with the water. Just do the edges and very light, and then blend it with the brush. Now the brush what I'm using is completely the regular brush, and then I'm just dipping it with water and I am blending it. So it's not that I'm using color on it, it's just the water that I'm using it and I'm blending it. See, it's looking so nice. The feel of the skin is so nice. The granular effect what you get it when you're doing it only with pencil goes away when you do it with water. So that's the best thing about using staedtlers with water. Another second very important thing what you have to consider while making a sketch with water is that you cannot combine two colors simultaneously. That means you have to give the color, blend it with water, wash it with water, let it dry, and then on it you can add a second color, a third color, or fourth color. That's okay, but you can't just completely use three colors and then you wash it. In that case your color would differ. Okay, this is another method. What I also do is I scribble the color on the page, and then I pick up the color from the page or your rough sheet, and I'm just taking the darker tone to it. Now this is one method also. Or you can directly, once your base color is dried off, what you can do is directly use the staedtler color. Like here I'm doing it only the edges of the staedtler color, and then again I'm going to blend it with water. I cannot leave it without water because in that case it's going to blend with my garment color. and then it's going to give me completely different color. So it's very, very important that I wash off my skin completely. So you'll have seen my last video. I have shown you how to give the skin shading, which area is going to be darker, which area is going to be lighter. So please, your fundamental has to be very clear. So, and it's easy. See, it's very quick because you're doing it with water. You're not spending so much of time rendering it. You're not spending so much color also. So just the edges, and then you blend it with water. Just that you do it neatly. Okay, over here now I'm starting with the garment. Now when you're doing with the garment also, as I told you, don't color the whole complete thing, and again go from light to dark. Don't go from dark to light, because otherwise it will become very patchy. Now it is usually tacky if you when you're blending it with water, sometimes it looks patchy. So if you avoid doing it for a large area, so if it's a complete dress or a complete skirt, then avoid doing this watercolor method. It's nice if you can, in that case you use either watercolors, or you can use a poster color, or just use your regular staedtler without your water soluble technique. But if you're using a water soluble technique, avoid larger areas. Okay, so here also, if you could see, I'm just picking up the darker tones from the page, and then I'm just blending it. I've used only one color, I'm not using two colors. Okay, so that's my a crop top, a bra top, and with a bubble sleeves, puff sleeves, and my harem pants. And here also the basque what I'm giving is completely, because it is a lining wala basque, I'm going to completely cover it, so the skin underneath is not seen, and wherever the transparent area is, I've given the skin. Okay, so once this is established, now comes the transparency part. So the fundamental is first draw the skin, and then give your color for the garment. Now before you give the garment coloring, it's very important that you wash your skin with water. Okay, now just do the edges, don't color the whole thing, just give the edges and then blend it nicely smoothly with your water brush. I'm not picking up any other color, I'm just using water and I'm blending it. Now again, just see the difference in the color, because a regular blue staedtler pencil is a different color, but the moment you blend it with water, it becomes slightly lighter. So always have a rough sheet and try out your colors. Is it exactly the same blue color you want? Because see, over here, when I've not blended it with water, it's got slightly grayish and a dark midnight blue kind of blue. And my sleeves, after I've washed it with water, it's nice sky blue kind of blue, right? So the blue is changing because it's blended with water. So identify that also when you're doing using your watercolor technique. Okay, now I'm blending it. So just do the edges, that's about it, and then blend it with brush. See, it's such a quick and easy method of doing it. Now you can please try out this method. Tell me if you have ever tried this method, or you have seen it for the first time, or you have been using it in a different way, the water soluble pencil. So please tell me. You can communicate with me, you can leave on a message, you can connect with me on Insta, or you can just write your message down. Okay, now I'm picking up the same staedtler colors which I've scribbled on the rough page, and I'm just giving the darker tones, and it's done. So now the hair. I've done many videos where I've showed how to draw the faces, different mediums I use to do hair. I've done a poster color, I've done a watercolor, I've done with staedtlers. So there are different techniques. As a fashion designer, we use staedtler colors. One of the reason is your illustration is more about your design. Many times students feel that fashion illustration is one of the most important topic. Of course it is important, but the weightage is only 10%. What is very, very important is your design. So I would always advise you all to work on your design more than your illustration. If your designs are correct, if your silhouettes are correct, if your forecast and your style analysis is correct, then automatically your design is going to be good only. Your illustration you can always work with, and you have many illustrator who can do it for you. So illustration is no brainer. The the design is the most intelligent part. So be intelligent, work on your design, and see, it's almost done. Now what I'm doing is outlining it with the black pen. I'm outlining the garment, giving the crease lines. I've given a small pockets at the side. Did two pockets, one big patch pocket and one flap pocket. Just the design element, and it's trendy. And that's about it. It's done. Now what I'm going to do is, can you see the skin which is transparent? uh, I'm going to outline that also. So it is enhanced. The transparency is very clear. Okay, so it's done. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and please leave on a comment if you like this video. Or you can always send your sketches also. If you've tried out doing this with watercolor, please send me your sketches on Instagram. I'm there on Instagram, the same name, bharggavirawal. Till then, tada, bye bye, see you.